Comfort is supposed to make life easier. For some people, it's doing the opposite. Grace had a bad back for years. Not enough to stop her, just enough to make every day a little harder. When her doctor prescribed opioids, the pain finally let go. For the first time in a long time, she felt normal again. A few months in, the same dose wasn't quite enough anymore. Her doctor raised it, just a little. That's just how the medicine works, or so she thought. It happens to almost everyone on long-term opioids. The dose kept climbing. So did the relief, for a while. But something odd was happening underneath it. Little aches that never used to bother her started showing up more often. Higher doses, more often. And the small aches she never used to notice started to hurt. A lot. Alex's day looks nothing like Grace's. A show after work, some food, a few levels of a game, a scroll before bed. Normal stuff. Nothing dramatic. It just feels good. Lately, though, one episode isn't enough. It turns into 4. One level turns into just one more. Even the portion at dinner got a little bigger, without anyone really deciding that. None of it feels like a problem exactly. It's just more. More time, more food, more scrolling, to land in roughly the same place Alex used to land in with less. And the quiet moments in between. Waiting in line, a slow afternoon, started to feel unbearable, boring, almost painful. Back to Grace. That pain that got worse the more she took. It has a name. Doctors call it hyperalgesia. Pain sensitivity, turned up by the very medicine made to turn it down. The relief that once came easily now takes more and more to reach, and hurts more in between. 2 very different habits. The same shape underneath. One of them involves a prescription. The other doesn't need one. Here's the mechanism behind both stories. Picture pleasure and pain sitting on the same seesaw, in the same part of the brain. Every time it tips toward pleasure, the brain immediately starts tipping it back, before you even notice. Think of it like a thermostat for feeling good. Turn up the heat with a hit of dopamine, and the system works immediately to cool it back down, often overshooting, just slightly, into the cold. Do that again and again. Another dose, another episode, another level. And the seesaw doesn't return to flat anymore. It settles a little further toward pain each time. That's what tolerance actually is, which means ordinary sensations that never used to register now do. A dull ache, a boring afternoon, things a calmer brain would barely notice start to feel like something is wrong. This idea of pleasure and pain sharing one balance comes from psychiatrist Anna Lembke in her book Dopamine Nation. The opioid part of the story is not speculation. It's documented, measured, well understood. What Lembke asks next is bigger. Could the same seesaw apply to food, to phones, to games? The ordinary pleasures of modern life. That part is still just a hypothesis. Here's the honest caveat. Nobody has measured pain thresholds against phones, sugar, or games the way they have for opioids. This is an analogy, borrowed from a proven mechanism, not a proven mechanism of its own. Maybe the seesaw only tips for opioids. Or maybe Alex is closer to Grace than either of them would like to admit.